Good morning, y'all. It's July 11th, I think, and it's Wednesday, and it's like late morning right now, and I'm getting ready for a run. Yes, I do usually work at around this time, but you may have seen on the news about all the rain and flooding that we had here in Japan, especially in western Japan and in the Kyoto area. So due to that, here in Gifu, especially where I work, we missed a lot of school. I had 2 days off. No. Yeah, 2.5 days off last week because of the weather, and then last weekend was supposed to be like a big day of tournaments for all the sports clubs in the area, but because of the extreme flooding and rain, they were canceled. Now, this weekend we also have events planned, so they can't really just like push it back a weekend because summer starts next week. So they decided to turn Wednesday into the tournament day instead of regular school. Tomorrow's also kind of weird. They're doing club activities as well, and they're only having class for the first 3 periods, and then everyone's going home. So I'm just working a half day tomorrow, and I have off today. So I'm at home. Dude still has to work, poor guy. He got to practice getting ready by himself because later this summer my friend is coming and we're going to go travel in Tokyo and Kyoto and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm super excited about that because I haven't been to Tokyo since 2013 when I came to Japan on a trip. The closest I got to Tokyo is when I went to, where was it? Narita Shinshoji in Chiba for my 8-hour layover in Narita Airport when I went home for the winter. But I haven't been to like actual Tokyo, just Chiba. At least it's the Kanto region. But anyway, so I'm going to go run a couple of miles and get my Pokemon Go eggs a little bit more hatched. Maybe I'll hatch 1 or 2, we'll see. And hang out at home, and I guess I'll talk to y'all a little bit because some stuff is going on, like, you know, why I haven't been vlogging much lately. I plan on fixing that now. I'm doing better. I'll cover that later, but first let me go run and take a bath, and I'll hang out with you guys a little. Sorry, my face is super red. I just got home from my run, and I'm just kind of sitting on the floor in the kitchen with the AC on, cooling down just a little bit before I take my shower. It was a pretty good run, but it got hot really fast. It was actually pretty nice at the start. It was, I think, 29 point something degrees Celsius. Sorry, my face is super red. I just got home from my run, and I'm just kind of sitting on the floor in the kitchen with the AC on, cooling down just a little bit before I take my shower. It was a pretty good run, but it got hot really fast. It was actually pretty nice at the start. It was, I think, 29 point something degrees Celsius. But at the end of the run, when I checked to put the temperature into my running app, the running stats in my running app, it was over 32 degrees, which is probably why I was slowing down a lot at the end, like way more than I have been, despite my recent little bit of a health issue, which, again, I'll talk about that a little bit after I take a shower. Shower's right there. It's calling me. Hey, I'm out of the shower. My hair's still a bit damp. I blow dried enough so it can at least air dry a little more efficiently. And yeah, I need to fix lunch. I'm going to have curry today because, well, school is canceled today. It's a day off now. It was originally supposed to be a school day, and we had, you know, kyushoku, school lunch planned and everything. And it was supposed to be curry and rice, and I love curry and rice kyushoku. But, I mean, I'm cool with having a day off, but because I'm kind of bummed out by the lack of curry and rice, I've decided to fix curry and rice here at home for lunch to make up for that. It's just going to be normal vegetable curry because I don't actually have any chicken or meat on me. Dude's feeling healthy. He actually has a bit of a meat allergy, so a lot of times he can't eat it unless he's, you know, healthy and not stressed. When he gets stressed, he gets a little more sensitive. It's just normal vegetable curry, and I'm getting ready to eat that here in a little bit. So I mentioned a health problem that I had a bit ago. Well, first of all, we moved, and I mean, the house still has some boxes around. I need to do a house tour sometime once a lot of these boxes have disappeared. Most of them are dude's boxes because he works a lot of overtime and doesn't have a lot of time to sort things or sort through things. And I can't read Japanese and don't know how to organize his documents and stuff like that. But I also, when was it? So a little bit ago there was an Iaido Taikai, the Muso Jikirin Eishinru Iaido Taikai in Kyoto in early-ish, mid-ish June. And I got sick before I went, so at the time, like, my blood pressure was normal, I was healthy, except that I had a very tiny cold that I seemed to recover from pretty quickly, but I was tired. And I went to the Taikai, and Saturday I was okay, but for some reason Sunday at the Taikai I was so tired. Usually I will go and watch most people's imbu during the day, but because I was so tired, I mostly hung out in the room next to the imbu room, the Taikai room, where a lot of people put their luggage and rest and talk, because I just didn't have the energy to, sit properly and focus. Like, I was having a hard time focusing. So I wound up chatting and relaxing most of the Taikai until we got to, like, the Kodansha, the high-ranking people, like Kyudan, Judan, and my teacher came out, and it was just very strange, I thought. And then I took the subway to Kyoto Station, and I was already really worn out. And I went ahead and had dinner at Kyoto Station so I could sit down and read and relax. And then dude had extra points on his special, like, EXIC card for the Shinkansen that were going to expire at the end of June. And I actually got to ride the green car for the first time. That was pretty freaking awesome. And that was my first time riding in the green car of the Shinkansen. So that was nice, especially because I wasn't feeling so hot, to be able to literally kick my feet up on the little foot stand and relax for the ride to Nagoya. Of course, riding from Nagoya to Gifu Prefecture, I had to take the normal train like usual, but that was a really good way to relax for a good chunk of the trip. And then got up on Monday, and I was very tired, but, after traveling, especially because I get back kind of late after an Iaido Taikai, that's not very strange. It was like, I really wanted to, like, call in sick and take the day off, but I'm not actually sick, and I think I'm just being whiny, so I'm going to go to work. So I went to work, and I collapsed. Yep. Not, like, hard. Like, I got dizzy, and I could feel that I was about to go down, so I first, like, went down on my knee, and then I collapsed from there. So, like, I didn't get hurt from falling or anything, because I reacted pretty quickly, because I knew I was losing it. And I managed to get through the day okay, and I went to the doctor, and for some reason my blood pressure was extremely low, which was weird, especially because Thursday it was normal despite having a cold. And of course, I go to that doctor normally, so he knows what my normal blood pressure is. But it's been hot, so my doctor was just like, oh, the heat's getting to people, so, tomorrow you don't have to go to work. That's a good thing. They had, like, what's called Kimatsu Shiken, which are a big test that takes 2 days. It's a big test that takes 2 days, covering a lot of subjects. So I had 2 days in a row off, which was perfect timing. And, yeah, I rested for the rest of Monday, and then Tuesday, he wanted me to go back the next day. So Tuesday, I went into the doctor, and my blood pressure was still really low, which made my doctor kind of go, oh, that's not good. Because, I mean, if it was just the heat, then I would have bounced back quickly, resting and sleeping in an air-conditioned room. but it didn't bounce back immediately. It was still really low. And I was still pretty dizzy and weak. And like if I, stood around too long, I got dizzy. So I was scared to do things like, cook anything that involved a lot of cutting or standing around the stove in case I collapsed. I didn't want to collapse near fire or with a blade in my hand. So I wound up resting. I went to work Thursday, but left after lunch to go to the doctor because I wasn't good. Also, I had no afternoon classes. The classes were done, so I wanted to go back to the doctor. He gave me blood pressure medication to actually raise my blood pressure. And I kept resting. Friday, I just gave up and didn't go into work because I'm like, I can't stand all day. Like if I had a sitting job, maybe I could hang in there if they were cool with me, kind of taking it easy. But as a classroom teacher, I have to stand most of the day, like throughout the class. Sometimes I get a chance to kind of squat down and help a student out, but usually I'm on my feet. And Friday just wasn't happening. And then finally on Sunday, I started to feel a little more normal. Actually on Saturday, we went to a heart doctor near our house, and he wound up backing up what my doctor said. I seem to be pretty healthy other than the weirdly low blood pressure, so my doctor and the heart doctor concurred, seemed to think that it was just extreme exhaustion. Like, I got married, which is really freaking awesome. But because dude had overtime and I was kind of being a perfectionist about everything, I was trying to hurry up and unpack as much as possible. Any furniture we got from like Nitori that wasn't, delivered ready to go, had to be put together at home, I was doing, because, well, dude wasn't getting home until 9 or 10. I was doing most of the cooking. Of course, I was doing most of the grocery shopping for a while. Now he's doing some of it. And having to, carry everything. And then I stand all day at work. And apparently I was just physically exhausted. Oh, hello. Exhausted. God, he's like trying to flash y'all. That's his crotch. Hello. Exhausted. And my body pretty much said no and shut down for most of a week. And then took another week to really start feeling normal again. So that was weird because, like, in movies and in books, you'll have, characters collapse from exhaustion. But, like, I never really thought that was a thing that could actually happen to me. I'm usually pretty physically active and I eat well, especially since I came to Japan and have kyushoku every day. Which, I don't know if you know this, but kyushoku is planned by an actual nutritionist to make sure that, like, everyone gets their protein, their vegetables, their fruits, and everything's a good balanced diet for lunch at least. So I'm, like, eating way healthier. I mean, kind of more calories than I did before, but way healthier than I ever did in the States, where, I could mostly pick my food. I mean, when I lived with my mom, I ate my mom's cooking, but I usually could pick, more or less what I wanted, and it probably wasn't very balanced at all. And of course, I like running. Oh, that's another thing. I like running. That's also hard on your body. So I think I was just doing way too much. And now dude's work is starting to settle down, and he's coming home earlier. Like, sometimes he has overtime, but it's not like a 5 days a week thing. Well, actually Wednesday he comes home early. 4 days a week thing. Now he usually only works overtime 2, maybe 3 times, and usually not as late as before. He's able to get in more exercise now. He's been trying to lose some weight. He's got a little bit of a belly. But the rest of him, he has good muscle. But I'm doing pretty good now. My blood pressure is actually a little bit low still. It's in the normal range, but like on the bottom end of the normal range. So the doctor okayed me to exercise again. I had to take a break from exercising for a while because that was making me dizzy. But now, like, if I check my blood pressure, I bought one of those blood pressure thingies off Amazon. Now, like if I check my blood pressure before I run and then check it after, running makes my blood pressure go up. So running is okay, exercise is okay now. It's not making my blood pressure drop. So probably it was just exhaustion because I had a pretty big lifestyle change. This is a bigger house to clean, which, I mean, isn't a big deal, but when you've been standing all day at work, your body, I guess that makes your body tired? I don't know. And also the air conditioning, we weren't using air conditioning yet at that time. Now we're using air conditioning at work. And usually mid-June or late June is when the principal and vice principal starts okaying the air conditioning, unless it's an extremely hot day and gets over 30 degrees Celsius. But now I'm doing all right. I still get a little bit tired sometimes, but I'm doing good. Lunchtime. So I've been playing Final Fantasy V a little bit to relax before I get busy and start working on stuff. And like, so I played Persona 3 and Persona 4 before, and I was kind of happy that they were bringing this like element of a dungeon with many levels from Persona 3 back. But like in Persona 3, the levels get really, really trippy, and until now I'm in, God, how do I even say that? Axarius. I don't know how to say that. Until this point, I was just kind of like, oh, the only thing that, oh, are those tombstones? Oh, there's little tombstones. Oh, cute. Until this level, like, the only thing that changed was, like, the color scheme. And I was kind of like, oh, it's not nearly as trippy as Persona 3. But now you've got, like, bones everywhere. And, like, the railroad tracks are bones, too. And apparently there's little gravestones. Oh, shit! The Grim Reaper is on the loose. I don't think I can handle the Grim Reaper. I kind of, like, wandered off to cook and left them sitting in that area. But yeah, like here, the area is this green, it's nothing special. But then if I go back down, you got the bone scheme, which I am happy. When I first came in, I was like, oh, it's just purple and lame. But woo, bones. Trippy, weird stuff. Way to go, Persona. I am pleased. Hey, so still just kind of hanging out and doing housework. I did my laundry earlier, and I am folding laundry that I had outside until a minute ago. Sorry, it's just kind of tossed all over the floor because I just kind of tossed it in from outside real quick so I could sort it out in here. But yeah, today's been a pretty easy day. I don't really think I'm gonna go anywhere. So I just kind of hung out and chatted with y'all. I hope y'all don't mind that I didn't do much. By the way, if any of y'all ever want me to talk about anything in particular, feel free to write about it in the comments and let me know. I do want to start vlogging a little bit more in the future because, well, I was a professional animator and I have a degree in media arts. And it would make me really, really happy to keep, you know, editing video to keep my ability to use Premiere so I don't lose it, because, you know, if you don't use it, you lose it with a lot of skills. So yeah, I would like to have more topics to talk about. Definitely do that. And recently I had a big increase in, well, by big I mean like 10 people, a big increase in subscribers. Thank you so much for that. I have no idea why I had so many new subscribers when I haven't been posting many new videos like at all recently, but that is totally cool. I hope you guys enjoy the channel, and you guys too. If there's something in particular y'all'd like to see, definitely comment so I can make a video on it in the near future. Summer vacation is coming. I'll probably make a bunch of videos about my trip to Tokyo, and I've got like a big backstock of videos I need to edit from, actually, God, from winter whenever I went to America. I still have a lot of those I haven't made. I went to like the Meitante Conan cafe in Nagoya, which was awesome. I actually made a blog post about that too. Oops, I folded this wrong. So I'll try to remember to link that down below. So if you want to read about my trip to the Meitante Conan cafe, you can. But I should be doing a video soonish, probably. So you can look forward to that. I might do another talk video about the Meizing Nihon Iaido Taikai, well, Rinmei Taikai for Iaido. And then I did a video, I think last year, for the Ishinryu Taikai. I might do a couple of videos about that. I don't think very many people actually talk about the Taikai here in Japan for Iaido. I should probably do a write-up for that too. That might be a little bit easier, I wonder. But definitely give me your ideas, guys. That would be really cool.